1 month and 30 videos later, and we are finally at the very end of our back to school Vlogust. If you are just visiting this channel and checking this video out, then hi, my name is Bridget Spackman. I am a former elementary school teacher. So I've taught everything from kindergarten. I was multi-age for 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. And now I am working as a staff developer for our local educational agency. But we have been doing a back to school Vlogust for this entire month, meaning there are 31 videos, that includes this one, that are on my channel that are every single day giving you some bit of information, some kind of relaxing videos as well for this back to school season. And I am just so proud of myself for actually sticking to it and getting all of these videos done. But I wanted to take the opportunity to, one, if you've been with me for every single one of these videos for Back to School Vlogust, thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day every single day, or maybe you were watching bulk videos during certain times or days of the week. Thank you for watching, and thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing. I am so grateful to have you within this community. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Truly cannot say that enough. If you are somebody who is just kind of followed with me a little bit for this back to school Vlogust season, and you're like, okay, I like some of the videos. Who is this chick and like, what does she do? So let me kind of give you a big overview picture of what this channel is, what it is meant to be, and where we're going to be going for the course of this school year and moving forward. So like I mentioned, my name is Bridget Spackman, and I was a former elementary school teacher, and I have videos on this channel that you can follow me along from when I taught in kindergarten and moving to Pennsylvania and transitioning into an upper elementary school teacher. And during this journey, I fell in love with literacy instruction. And I'd always liked literacy instruction, but I started to love it even more when I started to get into that upper elementary kind of side of education. And so the channel itself has really transitioned over into more of a literacy focused and providing you with authentic, rigorous, simple activities that you can be doing inside of your classroom. Because one of our philosophies here at Bridging Literacy is that teaching doesn't need to be hard. It doesn't need to be complicated. And sometimes I feel like in education, we overcomplicate things and we try to do all of the different things, which we don't have to do that. And we know this because research tells us that we don't need to do all of these things that you're seeing online. And so my channel is all about making sure that we're simplifying the process of teaching, which in turn is going to simplify your lesson planning process, which is going to give you more time back, which is going to help you not feel burnt out as a teacher and educator, because we want to keep teachers into the profession, but at the same time, we have to make sure that we're supporting those teachers that are inside of our classrooms. So that kind of leads me into what I'm doing now. So I'm a staff developer for a local educational agency. The majority of the states within the United States have local educational agencies. These are really kind of directed by the state, and typically they're funded by IDEA, so they're IDEA funding. And every educational agency is going to run a little bit differently. But the one that I work with, I have 3 counties that I work for, which is 25 school districts, about 30 non-pubs, which are going to be your charter schools. And what I do is I provide professional development to those LEAs. So are kind of people who are within the footprint of those 3 counties. And so I will go in and I do a ton of research. I provide them with all of the resources. And again, all of this is funded by the state. So I am a state employee still within the educational department, just working within their agency itself. So this kind of goes into what I want to do with Bridging Literacy. And the focus has always been that our teachers really lack the professional development. It's almost as if everybody just thinks that, oh, we should just let the teachers go out and like research on their own. Well, ain't nobody got time to do all of that. And so Bridging Literacy stemmed from really digging into standards and understanding and researching and finding the professional development that's really going to support us with creating this simplified version of literacy instruction for kids. Because again, it doesn't need to be overcomplicated. So I worked really hard in doing a lot of research, finding the evidence to support it, and simplifying this process, which led me to build Bridging Literacy. So not only does Bridging Literacy, which is again my company, but the biggest piece is that we have a membership. So the Bridging Literacy Community is a literacy community for 3rd through 6th grade teachers that are looking for resources, professional development, and support. Because one of the things that we found is that there's just not enough support out there to helping teachers implement good teaching practices inside of their classroom. And for good reasons. I mean, there's so many different reasons. And when I joined this profession that I'm currently in now, in this position, I learned about all of the different reasons that are out there and why is it's so hard to making sure that we're supporting our educators. Because they're the ones that are boots on the ground doing the work every single day. And we need to make sure that we're giving them those resources and providing them with the information to help make it easy. So I built this community to provide that for teachers. And I'm going to give you a little bit more backstory behind it. So I mentioned that I was a kindergarten teacher, and I have in my career now worked at 3 different schools. Of the 3 schools, I was in 2 different states, and then I was in multiple grade levels. So when I first started teaching, I was in the state of Alabama. I actually worked for Shelby County, and I was in Birmingham, Alabama, and I was a kindergarten teacher, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. It was wonderful. I will say the school and the staff were just the most amazing part of that. And the kids were great too, but the staff was amazing. And one of the things that I loved so much about that school was the professional development they provided. Man, they were committed to giving you really good literacy professional development. And I had the support of reading coaches, which when I moved to the state of Pennsylvania, that was gone. There were no reading coaches, no such thing as a reading coach. So I was so grateful and thankful. And I felt like I had this opportunity over the years that I was a kindergarten teacher to really learn and start developing my craft as an educator. When I moved to the state of Pennsylvania, I joined a school district, loved the school district, loved the teachers, loved the kids. They were probably the best years of my career because I was teaching multi-age. So I was a 4th, 5th, and 6th grade teacher. I had like a collection of those students within my classroom. And I got to keep those kids for 3 years. So it was phenomenal. And during those years, I had the freedom to really fail forward. And we were given this opportunity to explore and to customize the learning and the experiences for our students. And that led me into digging in more into the anchors to be able to understand what are the differences between these grade levels and doing more research. And then I ended up leaving and I went to a different school district that I worked with for 1 year. And at that school district, it was just so different. There was no support from administrators, which in the other 2 school districts that I worked in, there was full support. Like administrators, I could text them and they would be at my door immediately. It was amazing, amazing support from administration. And I had that freedom, but then all of a sudden I go to having all the freedom as well again, but then there is no resources, no support, no nothing from anyone. And that was such a huge eye-opening experience because it was like, oh my gosh, I went from one school to another, and all 3 of these schools are so drastically different in the approaches. And that's because, they have that ability at the local level to be able to make those decisions. But going to that, I realized how important it is to support educators, to provide them with resources, to give them the trainings that they need to become better educators in the classroom. And so bridging literacy has been my full focus, and I'm so grateful to be in the position that I'm in now because I have this just plethora of information and resources and everything at my fingertips that I'm then able to incorporate into the community and making sure that the things that I'm giving you are evidence-based. They are backed by science, that they are backed by somebody who was boots in the ground, an educator as well, and can think through the process of what is this meant to look like as a teacher, because I know exactly what y'all are going through and the feelings that you have, especially with behaviors, especially with kids that are falling behind or not on reading level. And so everything within this community is meant to support you as a teacher. So that's what I do. And what this channel is really going to be about is providing you with information about literacy instruction. But now that I'm in this position and I'm still focusing on literacy, but I'm also focusing on MTSS and understanding how to utilize data to inform our decisions, which Guys, if I would have known about this whole MTSS situation, I feel like I would have made a lot different decisions inside of this classroom. So there really is value in understanding all of these moving parts that happen within an educational system. So I focus on MTSS and building up leadership teams. And now I am also focusing in on math. And so I want to bring all of this research and learning to you, along with resources that are going to make it so much easier for when you have to go and plan. So I am just wanting to give you just this information of just why we do what we do, and it's really to support you more than anything else. I'm going to be very honest, and I'm going to say something that I feel like other people are not going to like me saying, but Bridging Literacy is more than a TPT store. I've said it. It is so much more than me just giving you a bunch of resources and overwhelming you with all of the things that are out there. It is meant to truly build your capacity as an educator, to help you know how to make informed decisions, know and have this understanding why behind everything that you do inside of your classroom. And so we're here to not only to help get you those resources, to give you the things that you need to be able to do the task every single day, but to also give you the knowledge, give you somebody who you can ask questions to ensure that you are doing the things that you should be doing inside of your classroom, right? Because again, there's so much information out there and everybody's trying to get your attention. And sometimes the things that are out there are not necessarily the right things that you should be doing. Yes, we could absolutely be doing all the things, but really it's just about finding those right things and then doing those really, really well. And that's what's going to make sure that your students are engaged, that they're learning, your outcomes are growing, and that you're happy as an educator, because that's the whole point of this. So I hope you have a better understanding of what Bridging Literacy is. What do we do here? And I would really invite you to ask questions. If you have any questions about the community itself, we would absolutely love to have you. Not only do we have the community, which is a monthly membership, you can cancel at any time, but you can also pay for it in a yearly, which you'll save like 2 months for it. But we also have a writing community. And if you become a member, you get the writing community at a discounted price, which is really, really, really great. It's a steal, to be honest. And we keep the prices really low because we want to make sure that we're supporting educators and that we are giving you something that you have the capacity to be able to come back and stick with, because we want to grow your knowledge as a teacher. So all this to say that we're here for you to help support you. But thank you again so much for sticking with me this Vlogust, for this back to school Vlogust. There is a playlist on my channel. If you have not checked it out already, it has all of the videos for this back to school Vlogust. From this point on, we're going to be going back to our normally scheduled program, which is going to be 7 a.m. Eastern time on Sunday mornings. So you can see us regularly Sunday mornings, and we're going to have a brand new video for you. Make sure to hit that notification bell, because you never know. Sometimes I might have more information that I want to be able to share, and that's going to let you know that I'm uploading a brand new video. And yeah, thank you again so much for everything that you have done. I sincerely appreciate it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer those for you. I would love to know what has been your favorite video this back to school Vlogust season. Let me know there. And if there's something that you would like to see, also throw that into the comments. I do look at those to kind of give me some ideas for what your needs are when it comes to education and literacy space. And I will catch you all very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.